guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sanya. Let's talk about toxic friends. We all have them, but how do you spot them? This video is going to be structured. First, we're going to talk about toxic friends, how to recognize them, and then lastly, what to do about them. Who are toxic friends? Toxic friends are, and this is not a definition by the book, I'm just gonna define based on my experience, are literally people who don't want best for you, who don't want good for you, who kind of maybe even want to take from you, who are envious of you, will create obstacles in your life, who are part of the gossip about you. I always say this, and I posted this on my Instagram recently. Gossip doesn't end with your friends, it starts from your friends. Who are toxic friends? Well, like I said, they don't mean good for you, they are kind of just envious of you, don't celebrate your happiness, are not really that helpful when you need them during your sad times, your dark times. And they're just kind of like careless. Now we're gonna talk about how to spot them. I'm gonna give stories, okay, because I think that's the best way to understand me. I was trying to overcome a bad habit. Let's just say I was addicted to chocolate. I was not, but let's say I was trying to stop eating chocolate. And I have a friend who is also doing the same thing. We were kind of just connecting over the fact that we both like chocolate, and I told her that I'm kind of trying to cut down on my chocolate intake. I'm trying to not have chocolate, and I kind of stopped. I kind of broke the habit, and I was doing pretty well. Guess what she did? The weekend came. This girl comes to my house with a bunch of chocolate. Basically trying to sabotage everything I try to do there. So that was very toxic. Of course, the first time I was kind of like, that's weird. But that kept happening again and again. She would keep showing up every weekend to my house, not just by herself, with some chocolate for me to have, because I was trying to not have chocolate. So basically, friends that don't support your goals, and people that kind of, like I say, everyone says this, misery loves company. So if someone is doing better than you will kind of just be like, oh, I feel really bad. Because just yesterday, this person was in the same place as me. Now they're doing a little better than me. I understand and I feel bad for this person. But that's very toxic of her to try to come and sabotage whatever I was doing. Of course, I had self-control and I said no. But it did make it difficult because it's in front of my face and I'm trying to not eat chocolate here. I think that it was very toxic of her, and I don't even think she realizes, because maybe she was thinking, oh, I'm sure a little chocolate doesn't hurt, but it does. In what I was trying to do, it does. I was trying to just completely get rid of chocolate. So even a little bit of chocolate does affect my plan. So basically, people that try to ruin your plans. Maybe because for her it's fun that we both are having chocolate, but I'm not going to speak on behalf of her. I'm just going to speak on behalf of myself here, because that's all I can do. Another friend, and I hate these people. There are two kinds of people in this world, in my opinion. One that that speak on behalf of themselves. They have their own original unique opinions about this world, and are just individualistic. And the other kind of people who speak on behalf of their parents, on behalf of their teachers, their grandparents, anyone who is their role model or their caretaker most of the time. The problem with people who speak on behalf of their parents is that they will never understand you, because our parents were not born in the generation where we have Uber Eats. They did not have the internet even. They're a completely different world. And these people are very judgmental as an outcome of that, because they just can't, they just look at you through the eyes of their parents, and that's really difficult because you're not their parents. You are in 2023 this young generation person who has access to the internet, access to everything that we have in our times. So they are not relevant in our time anymore, you know. But these people, I notice, a part of gossip which starts from them, because they will of course disagree with your way of living. Since they're speaking on behalf of their parents, they don't understand your motivations, they just can't relate to you, and they actually find you unacceptable. They think the way you're living is unacceptable, just like our parents would. And so these people are the worst friends in my opinion. I have 2 friends like those. I should not call them my friends, because these people will talk about you behind you because they just disagree with you. You know, they don't agree with your way of living, and they need to get that frustration out of their body, so they just go around talking about you. They're the ones to start gossip, in my opinion, for sure. And you know, you feel really bad around these people, because it's like hanging out with a parent who is not your parent, because they speak on behalf of their parents who are not your parents. So they don't know your problems, they don't know your way of living, what you eat, what you this, that. Okay, so not something as shallow as what you eat, but who you are, what makes you you. Your parents might know that, but not someone else's parents. But these kind of friends kind of make you feel really bad. You feel really bad, and you feel so small in their company. You feel so unhappy, really. You feel triggered. I feel really triggered in their company, because they just can't understand me. And I'm like, holy shit, I thought you were my age. But they don't have their own original opinion, so they speak on behalf of their parents, and they would judge you. Or maybe it's not toxic, maybe you just need different friends. Like, I think I just need different friends. Like, it's not the problem of these kids that they speak on behalf of their parents. It's my problem that I'm letting them stay in front of me and speak like their parents to me, when I should cut them off. And the other kind of friends are people who don't acknowledge your work, who are a kind of apart, not kind of, who are literally haters, wearing the mask of a friend. I do have a friend who does that. There was something I did when I was young, and I accomplished something pretty big for that age, and something I'm very proud of. And she just came and she said, you know what, you did not do that, it's your parents, I'm sure your parents just bought that thing. And even though that's not possible, that's highly illegal for anyone to do, I would get in big trouble if that happened. But she just, because she cannot do that at that age, or she thinks she can't do that, I think anyone could do that, but she thinks she's not smart enough, so she starts to project those feelings of insecurity onto me. And she said, you know, and not just to me, it's not just something she said once, she said it to people that we might have gone out and met. Maybe we went out to meet different friends, we had lunch or coffee with them, and she brought it up, and she said, you know, this girl, me, did not do this thing, it's her parents who just kind of bought it. And I was like, all the hard work that I did, it's just gone to shit, because she's just publicly saying bullshit which is not true to these people that I have to defend myself. But then it just sounds like, you know, that I'm just kind of defending myself. People would be confused. People would be like, I don't know whom to believe right now. And I felt so offended by that. I would come and tell my mom, why does she keep doing that? I can't see any positive reason behind that. There is no positive reason behind that. It's just a jealous friend. Another kind of friend is a friend who never gives you the benefit of the doubt. So if someone goes and tells them, hey, someone told me this and that about your friend, they just say, oh really? Yeah, I think she did that. Or yeah, I think this is her. Or yeah, whatever. Just agreeing with the stranger and not standing up for me, the friend that they should stand up for. Not giving me the benefit of the doubt. Not coming and asking me that, hey, did you do this? I heard. No, they just agree with them. And then they come and tell me, hey, I heard you did this. I was like a fact. Without asking me, hey, because that is betrayal, is it not? At the end of the day, what is friendship? In my opinion, friendship is not just giving someone your company, laughing together or something. That's something you can even do with a stranger. Friendship is being faithful, being loyal to your friends, even when they're not there to hear you or say thanks or appreciate you in general for being kind to them behind their back. That's just who you are. This is your friend. You're going to protect them. You're not going to betray them. So that is unhealthy. And I think that's extremely toxic. So that's a good way to spot them. Now, what do we do with all these kind of friends? My suggestion would be, when I was younger, would be to just cut them off and just get rid of them, because I can't even stand to be in the company of these people. Once I observe something like that, I'm like, get the fuck out. Leave now. Go, go, go. I want them to be physically out of my life completely for the rest of my life. I don't want to ever deal with them again. But now, as I'm getting older, I'm realizing soft ghosting is maybe a better idea. No one knows what happened. You just kind of lost touch. It saves you from the drama of the confrontation that you don't even have to deal with. Honestly, I'm a firm believer of making a decision in the head. Yeah, some might say it's unhealthy, miscommunication happens, but when you see something happening again and again, I don't think I'm miscommunicating anything. You're saying it yourself. You're showing me yourself. This is who you are, honey. At that point, I don't think I need to give you the opportunity to explain to me anything. I'm gonna decide that, hey, maybe this is who you are. I've gotta go, bye. So my suggestion is always to cut them off. Whatever you do. Maybe you do it really impulsively and you just like, goodbye. Or you kind of like start talking less, slowly cut them off, start just reducing the interaction and slowly letting them out of your life. Either way, I would never recommend you to keep them in your life just for the sake of having friends. I'm really against this thing called harmony at all cost. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. Never should you ever spend your energy on people like that. Never. It gives you nothing. I'd rather be lonely as hell talking to you guys on the camera than being in the company of people who don't wish well for me, who don't want me to grow, don't support my dreams and ambitions, don't protect me behind my back, and don't celebrate my successes, and don't support me when I need them in the dark times. Basically, you want a friend who is like you. So if you're a good friend, you deserve a good friend. And if you're a friend who does any of this shit that I listed, please change yourself. Okay? Because people can notice. Don't think we can't notice just because we did not address it. People did notice. Maybe someone is just giving you a second chance. At one point, they're gonna break and they're gonna be like, get the fuck out of my life. Because that's me. But yeah, I really think that friendships are a very integral part of our lives, and we should take them very seriously. We should take our influence very seriously, because these people influence our lives a lot more than we might want to acknowledge or want to accept. And this could even be a family member who could do all of these things. And you know what? Whilst you can't cut off family, you can just stop interacting with them. You really can. Even if you live in the same house, you can reduce your interaction with them. And if you're the kind of a mature person who's going to go and confront people, good for you. I just don't see it benefiting you at all. Because they're going to say, I'm sorry. What does that do? Or they'll justify just to get out of the situation, but what does that do? Because I've done that too. It does nothing. That's who they are, honey. Let them go. There are so many people in the world out there for you. Let these bad people go. Make room for healthy friendships and relationships that you deserve. And yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll come back with new videos. yeah, bye.